Greetings to all the listeners. I am Miss Paramjeet, teaching at St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School, Chandigarh. I'll be explaining the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. This poem is from the text First Flight for the students of Class 10. The poem The Dust of Snow is written by Robert Frost, and it is just of 2 stanzas of 8 lines. In the fewest possible words, the poet has been able to convey a very powerful message. The poem goes that we have the traveler, that is Robert Frost, who enters into a forest where it is snowing. He stands under a tree, a hemlock tree. He's very sad. His mood is gloomy. The atmosphere around is very gloomy. He stands under this tree, and on this tree there is a crow that is sitting. As he stands there, he's in that depressed mood. Suddenly this crow flies away from there, and as it flies, the dust of snow comes and falls on him. And something wonderful will happen as soon as this happens. The crow, which was sitting and which threw that little bit of snow down on the poet, is something that is going to completely change the mood of this man. The snow in all its whiteness, in its beautiful white color, purity, and soothing coolness, came like a blessing from heaven and calmed the mind of the poet. If we look at the poem, the snow is representing something which is hardships. Winter refers to gloom. The hemlock tree is a tree which is actually poisonous. The crow is black in color and normally looked at as a bird of ill omen. So it's a very small, simple little poem which is conveying a very, very beautiful message to us. We often view life negatively, and instead of counting our blessings, we tend to focus the entire attention on troubles and difficulties. Therefore, the poet tries to tell us, never lose hope and optimism. Never let gloom, sadness overpower our minds. Joy and sorrow are common to all of us. They are inevitable. They will come in life. Let's all adopt an optimistic and positive attitude towards life. And also remember that there is a symbolism to all the things that have been shown to us in the poem. The symbolic 3 things that have been used are the crow, the hemlock tree, and the dust of snow. All 3 are associated with sorrow. The hemlock tree is poisonous, therefore signifies death. A crow, like I said, is black in color, and it has a very jarring and unpleasant sound. And snow represents hardships in life. Therefore, let us remember, children, this is a very small chance happening that can have a deep impact on the poet's mind, like is shown to us. He was at once transported from a depressed state of mind to that of delight and happiness. Similarly, even we can look around us at the small things and the small moments that could bring us much happiness. It could be seeing a vibrant and a beautiful flower blooming, maybe some sight of nature that could bring a big smile on your face, seeing your family happy and safe and healthy that could make you joyous, and why not? After all, it is these little moments that we must recognize and feel blessed to be touched with. And this is what this little poem has taught us. What a wonderful little poem, Dust of Snow. And now, after having read and understood the dust of snow, let us come to some other aspects. I'll pick up the poetic devices that have been used in the poem. Let's pick up alliteration, for example. Alliteration is the occurrence of the same sound at the beginning of closely connected words. This is done because it creates a musical effect and increases the pleasure of reading any literary work. For example, we have, I'll say a line, the wild west wind. In this, the sound of W, were, and were. Wild, west, wind. These are repetitive words, and the sound is repetitive, and that is why it is called alliteration. In this poem, we have a line, which is, and saved some part. Saved some. These two words, the sound of S is repetition. This is what makes it musical, and this is alliteration in the poem. After this, I will come to imagery. Imagery refers to the mental pictures or images that are brought in the minds of the readers. Therefore, it makes any poem very appealing. How is this poem going to be called imagery? What are the images that are there? The visual image of a winter's day, that is given to us and told to us. The trees that are covered with snow. A crow sitting on a hemlock tree. A lonely traveler passing by. These are the images of the mental state of the poet which have been told to us. Let's come to the rhyme scheme of this poem. I'll read out 4 lines to you from the poem. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. If we were to pick up the last words of each line, crow and snow, they rhyme. Therefore they come under the alphabet A. Me and tree rhyme, and therefore they come under the alphabet B. So the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, A, B. Let's come to the title of this poem.